An estimated 25 million people around the world today are being held captive, manipulated, and abused by human traffickers. 65% of these victims were women. More than 1 in 5 were children. They're vicious, they're violent. My administration is fighting these monsters, persecuting and prosecuting them and locking them away.
The president signing an executive order today to create a new White House position to fight human trafficking. Let's bring in Fox News foreign policy contributor and former State Department official Kiron Skinner. Kiron, great to see you. We're probably one of the only TV shows that has regularly tracked what's going on at the border. This is one of the most disgraceful trends that we've covered. Agents disrupted nearly a dozen human smuggling attempts just over this past weekend. A dozen human smugglers arrested. They were trying to smuggle in people from Ecuador, China, Guatemala, and more. Your reaction to this story?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the program, and thank you also for covering the story of immense human tragedy that the Trump administration has been attempting to address since President Trump walked into the Oval Office, along with support of Ivanka Trump, a senior advisor for him. You're right. The last couple of days, to see the number of human smugglers attempting to enter the country, that we're interdicting these people and holding them to account. But it means that we need a more comprehensive look. And that's what the new executive order does. It provides a whole of government approach rooted in the Domestic Policy Council, but moving out to the National Security Council, the Office of Economic Initiatives, the State Department, DOJ, and others, saying we have to work together to develop a website of a clearinghouse of all of these activities so that we know what we're doing. We need better intelligence sharing domestically on these matters. And we need to really document the sheer extent of human trafficking in the United States. That's what the president issued today.
You're making important points. We hear what you're saying. It's important what you're saying. The sector chief in the Del Rio sector, it covers like 60,000 square miles in Texas, he said this: so far this year, the men and women of this sector, the border people, the border security, they've arrested people from 41 different countries. We're talking illegal aliens, people also getting smuggled in from places like China. Also, we're seeing Guatemala, Brazil, Haiti, and more. I mean, so let me ask you this. How is the president getting all of this done without any help from Congress?
I've asked that question of myself many times, and my colleagues and I talk about it all the time. One, I think it speaks to the sheer power of the American presidency, the way the founders organized that office. If there is a determined president on a policy issue, he can almost do it by himself. But of course he can't. He needs the implementation aspects to come from the agencies. I think he's doing it in a bottom-up way. While campaigning and doing big rallies, at the same time working with legislators and with his policy team, he's reinforcing the idea of America first, that our political and territorial integrity is central to everything that we do. And these issues that we're talking about tonight go to the heart of that matter. We've got to not so much seal the borders, but control who comes in and for what reason.
Kiron Skinner, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your service to our country. Great to see you. Come back soon.
Thank you.
Great insights there from Kiron Skinner.